Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaffer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you. Welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaffer. I am so happy to be here. Happy Monday for you guys. It's actually Wednesday for me. So this upcoming week on Friday, I have a speaking engagement. So I've kind of changed up my schedule a little bit just so that I can be prioritizing everything that I need to for the speaking engagement. I am so freaking excited, guys. One of my biggest manifestations is coming through this week. And I feel like the biggest part of my vision, the entire reason why I have a podcast, the entire reason why I do what I do is that I can impact people in large groups. And speaking is such a great way to do that. And I'm just so freaking excited for this. This is such a cool opportunity. It kind of fell right into my lap. And I'm going to be talking for a wealth summit in front of tons and tons of people. I think that the girl said that the guest list is about 100 people right now, and it's in a mansion here at Vegas, and it's just all good vibes, all high energy, great people, successful people. I love being in a room surrounded by other people who are so much more successful than me and have done greater things than I have. I think it's just so inspiring, electric vibes. I'm just stoked for it. So that's coming up in 2 days from now. So I'm filming up this podcast a little bit later, a little bit on a different schedule this week, but I literally cannot wait for that. And this week, I feel like something that's been very coming up in my reality recently is how efficient I am and how focused I can be and disciplined and how I prioritize things. And I was in the gym today and I was this is a perfect topic to do an entire podcast on. So here we are. I'm so excited to jump into everything that I have prepared for you guys. I actually just now prepped this while Arya was getting ready for her nap. She and I were upstairs playing a little bit, and I just took 10-15 minutes to get this all set up, and I'm so pumped to pour into you. So I hope that you're having a great day. This is your little reminder to go drink some water, stay hydrated today, go take care of your energy. I hope that this episode just fills your cup and it's an easy listen. I actually had one of my really great friends send me a message about one of the last podcasts that I filmed, not the last one, but the one before that, the one about money, the money mindset one. And oh my gosh, I have to read you guys this review because it was so sweet. And I just literally felt so grateful whenever I got it. So my friend Michael, he messaged me and he said, "This is so good and you are amazing at conveying your message effortlessly and efficiently. This is a great way to start my week." And when I got that message, I was just so freaking thankful. When it comes to creating this podcast and putting it out to all of you guys, I love doing it so much, but I love more than anything just hearing your guys' takeaways from it and how you guys are resonating with the messages that I am bringing to you. So if there's ever anything that you feel called to share with me, please do. You can always leave us a review. You can subscribe. You can leave little comments or message me on Instagram. I appreciate it more than you guys know. And just know that it really makes my day because I love putting out these episodes for you guys, and just hearing good things just makes me really happy. So thank you. Thank you, Michael, for leaving that review. So like I said, this episode is all about being efficient, staying focused, staying disciplined, and prioritizing everything in your life. And this is honestly these few qualities have been what allows me to get such great results in whatever I do. Great results in the gym, great results in my work life, great results in my relationship, great results as a mom. All of these different things are so important for me to be successful in all areas of my life. And I feel like something that I've noticed a lot recently is that efficiency is so important for growth. If you want to get ahead and you want to do it in a short amount of time, you've got to be as efficient as possible. And this is actually like the least that I've ever worked in my life, like throughout my entire career. This right now is the least that I've ever worked, yet I am putting out the most amount of content. I am really like changing people's lives. I'm working with so many different clients, and I'm actually performing at like the highest state that I ever have been because I am efficient as fuck. And whenever I am in like my zone, I am very, very focused. I have no distractions and I'm completely locked in. I'm also really, really good at like knowing my priorities and getting the most important tasks done because I know what moves the needle. And I think that when you are doing these things consistently and you're always taking action from this place of like, I'm going to get that shit done and I'm going to be on top of these things, it just feels so good. You literally always feel motivated and like you're moving forward because you're constantly checking off the boxes and like you're in a flow state all the time. So before we get into this, I want to actually break down what is the definition between efficiency and focus. So the definition of efficiency is achieving the maximum amount of productivity with minimum wasted effort or expense. So that right there, you are getting the most done. You're being the most productive version of yourself. You're accomplishing the most amount of things, yet you're doing it without wasting any time or effort or energy. And as for focus, focus is like the center of your interest. So whatever you are doing, you're completely focused in. I'm pretty sure you guys know the definition of that. And efficiency as well. But I felt like breaking it down actually is needed here because it's productivity at the end of the day. And I have people asking me all the time, like, how do you get so much done? How do you balance like motherhood and being a business owner and being with your partner and like doing all these different things? It's because I am efficient as fuck. Like I am there and I am present with what is in front of me. And then I have my segmented time to go do whatever I need to get done so that I can move the needle, so that I can continue to be successful, so that I can continue to move forward. I literally maximize every single moment of my day from start to finish. There are not many times of my day that I'm just like sitting there wasting time. I would say that like 90 to 95% of the time, I am extremely efficient and focused. There is obviously, I'm human. There are some times where I'm like not on task or like I'm not staying focused or I got caught like scrolling on my phone or whatever. I feel like personally being on my phone is the biggest distraction for me. And that is something that I've picked up on and I've been very, very conscious about because I will notice like in the mornings, if I get on my phone while I'm in the middle of like from anytime from like 7 to 8 a.m. when like I'm trying to get Aria ready, I'm trying to get us out the door, I'm trying to get to the gym by 8 o'clock, like all these different things are going on. And if I pick up my phone and start to get on Instagram, it is so easy for me to stay on Instagram for the next 15, 20 minutes and not accomplish what I needed to get done, or like not do the dishes and now I have to do the dishes later and that's just like wasted time. Like all of those little things, I find every single pocket of time and I use it to my advantage. So if I have 5 minutes before I get out the door to go do the dishes, I'm gonna go do the dishes. If I have 5 minutes to go put in the laundry really quick, I'm gonna go put in the laundry. I don't waste time. I don't sit there and watch the TV while Aria's watching it. Like I simply continue moving and continue getting the things done that I need to do because it also saves my future self. And I am always looking out for myself. Like I do everything in my life so that I feel good and I'm saving my future self. So I get things done so that I don't have to do them in the future. I'm constantly staying on top of things so that I'm not falling behind and not having to add a bunch more things to my plate later on in the day or tomorrow. I'm just constantly staying on top of things because I want to. Because it actually like makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to be productive. It makes me feel good to be constantly like getting things done and actually performing and being a high performer and like constantly just moving. I'm really just like always thinking ahead and I'm always planning out my next move. And this comes down to like the smallest of things of, I don't know, like what I'm going to be making for lunch. I'll maybe like cut up the vegetables earlier or whatever. Or like the bigger things of making sure to organize my week to actually make it make sense that I'm going to be accomplishing all of the most important things first and then getting to the little small things that are more tedious throughout my week, like sprinkled throughout everywhere else. Being extremely focused on what is actually in front of you is something that takes a lot of discipline. And what's amazing, I will say, is that if you are building discipline within like one thing, let's say it's just like making your bed or it's sticking to the promises that you're making to yourself or following through with your workout plan, whatever, all of the places that you are disciplined in one area are typically that same quality is going to transfer over into other areas. So if you're disciplined at the gym, you're going to be more disciplined at work. If you're disciplined at home, you're going to be more disciplined when you are at the gym. You will build on this level of discipline if you continue to do it. The more excuses that you give into, the more time times that you say, oh, well, I'll just go do that later, and then you don't do it later, those are the moments where you are now strengthening this neural pathway that actually is not beneficial for your growth. If you want to be continuously growing and excelling and succeeding, you need to be keeping the promises that you make to yourself. It's as simple as that. Like the people who are extremely successful, they keep the promises that they make to themselves. They're not putting things off till tomorrow. They're actually getting the things done that they know they need to because they fucking need to. Like, it's simple. It's simple. You also have to have like a strong boundary, and you really have to like protect your time. And this can be really, really challenging if you're somebody who's like very social. Like I'm a very social person, and like I like to talk to absolutely anyone and everyone. Like that's just who I am. Tyler is the exact same way. And this is also like, it's like his best attribute, but at the same time, like his worst, because we're constantly just like giving our time to people. And usually like we love doing that. But then like when we're in a rush or like we have something to do, it can almost be like stressful. And we're like, oh my gosh, like I wish that I didn't have all these people to talk to. So being very like diligent and having boundaries around your time of like, you'll catch up with people here and there, but like you're not going to spend 10 minutes of the time that you're at the gym to like talk to someone. Like it's those little things that actually make a big difference, because you're respecting yourself, you're respecting the time that you have allotted for the activity that you have in front of you, and you're not just like overindulging in like meaningless conversations or whatever, just like getting lost in the moment when you know you need to be like getting out the door, you need to be getting groceries, you need to be getting ready for your appointment, or like whatever it is that you have going on for the day. There's absolutely days that are like maybe a little bit more flowy and like you don't have a lot on your plate, and like of course go take whatever time that you need to go do whatever and talk to whoever. But there are also days where like I know that every single one of us have those moments where we're like, oh my gosh, like I just need to get my shit done and I need to be as productive as possible. That is where you have to protect your time. And having those boundaries are actually a really big sign of self-respect. You respect yourself enough to actually prioritize your activities, prioritize your time, and make the most out of every single moment that you have. You're also showing that you respect yourself enough to accomplish everything that you said you were going to do. The more that you build these qualities, the more self-respect you actually have. And that is like something that nobody can take away from you. And I think that it's such a skill, that and discipline, like those are such good skills that everyone needs to have. And your life just like moves so much better when you have those things. When it comes to prioritizing things, like let's say like you have a really long to-do list and you know that you have a bunch of things that you have to get accomplished this week, like prioritize things. It can be as simple as that. Like if you're sitting there and you're overwhelmed by everything that you have to get done, sit there and actually prioritize, okay, what's going to take the most amount of time? What's going to take the most amount of my energy? What's going to take the most amount of effort? And make it make sense. Like it can be as simple as that. Like lay it out, put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on it, and just go take action in that order. Make it simple for yourself instead of sitting there overwhelmed with all these different responsibilities that you have in your head of like, fuck, when am I gonna get that done? I have to accomplish this, I have to accomplish that. Like, no, you are literally wasting more time by you trying to sit there and decide what you're gonna do next. If you just prioritize things and you make it make sense, you are going to be accomplishing so much more in such a small amount of time. This is something that I'm really, really good at. And again, it's because I value my future self. I actually love my time where I'm relaxing and I'm resting. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, if I could be like the most productive version of myself the first few hours of the day, then I'm gonna have the rest of the day to do whatever the fuck I want to do and enjoy myself. Same with like the weekends. Every single weekend, I clean every single weekend no matter what. And I typically try my best to get that done as early as possible so that I actually have time to just pour into myself for the rest of the weekend, so that I have time to spend with Aria, so that we can just like chill outside and like go play. If I am sitting there like trying to figure out when am I going to clean, and I'm like breaking it all up and doing all this nonsense, then I'm not going to have the time that I actually want to relax. So I like to rest when the job is done. I like to kick my feet up after I've already accomplished everything that I need to, because if I don't and I do it the other way around, I will literally be sitting there on the couch and be like, oh my gosh, I have so much that I need to get done. Like after this, I'm going to have to be like the most productive version of myself. I have so much to do. There's like so many things on my plate and I'm starting to get overwhelmed. When if I just knock all that shit out like first thing in the morning on Saturday, then Saturday, the rest of Saturday, and the rest of Sunday, I have nothing to worry about. So again, I'm just always looking out for my future self. And I feel like it always saves me big time. All of these different qualities allow me to be a high performer who gets things done. So if you want to take anything from this podcast, I want you to stay focused, be efficient, prioritize your shit. If you can do those 4 things, you are going to set yourself up for success every single week on repeat. Okay, that is everything that I have for you guys. I am so grateful that you decided to listen to this podcast today. Thank you so much. Let me know if you took anything away from this podcast. I cannot wait to hear from you, and I will see you next Monday.